Well, we've just about finished unpacking in our new home here in Darlington. And I'm now an expert in assembling IKEA furniture. The garage is still a bit of a mess, but the rest of the house is starting to feel like home, including my new studio room, which I'm very grateful for indeed, and where I'll be spending most of my days off in the future. As some of you may know, after 10 years in Newcastle, we've moved down south. Well, just a few miles down the A1. And our manse here in West Park in Darlington is the 14th place that I've called home in my 54 years. And sometimes I really envy those who've lived in just one place for most of their lives, where they know everyone and everyone knows them. Because I'd moved around quite a bit before going into the ministry, the idea of moving every few years wasn't that daunting. In fact, it seemed like a bit of an adventure at first. But the older I get, the more I hate the idea of moving. The packing of everything into boxes, the massive lists of practical things to sort out, the doctors and dentists and redirecting the post and the phone and the internet and the energy suppliers and removals and insurance. And that's all exhausting enough. But the emotional upheaval of goodbyes and then getting used to somewhere new, it just seems a little bit harder every time. And knowing that every house we live in is only for a few years means that nowhere ever really feels quite like home. And why I still tend to refer to my parents' house in Gisborough as home, even though I haven't lived there for the last 34 years. I was contemplating this experience when I started writing the lyrics to the song that I'd like to share with you today. But I know I'm definitely not the first person to feel that longing for home. In the Bible, in Hebrews chapter 11, we read about various heroes of the faith from the Old Testament who all longed for a homeland, including Abraham, who set out from his former home not knowing where he was going, and lived much of his time in tents, in temporary accommodation. But he looked forward to the city that has foundations, whose architect and builder is God. Now, although we associate the word home with a particular place, what we're really longing for when we long for home is not the specific geographical location. We're longing to feel at home. We're longing for connection, for welcome, for acceptance, for a place of safety, somewhere to belong, to be part of the family, to be known, to be loved. And ultimately, these things are not confined to a particular location or a particular set of bricks and mortar. They are found in our relationships. Ultimately, they're found in discovering our eternal place in God's family. So that's the background to this song, which I hope you enjoy, and it's called Take Me Home.
pieces on the floor, picking up the pieces of my life once more. This agony of letting go of so much that I know. In all my travels, how I long to find a place where I belong, some comfort on this road to the unknown. And I know there's no substitute for somewhere to put down my roots, a refuge for my heart. So take me home. Please take me home. Take down the pictures from the wall, familiar faces, but some names I can't recall. Weary of the long goodbyes, hide the tears here in my eyes. In all my travels, how I long to find a place where I belong, some comfort on this road to the unknown. And I know there's no substitute for somewhere to put down my roots, a refuge for my heart. So take me home. But all that makes for home is not confined to these four walls, and it's not where, but who I come home to. And so until that day when I am finally home to stay, I guess my home is anywhere with you. A refuge for my heart, so take me home. I don't know where to start, oh take me home. That sky is getting dark, just take me home.